Hello, everybody. It is your girl, Prush, and I'm back with another video. So don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you never miss a video when I do upload. Please don't forget to share my videos wherever with whoever so they know you rocks with your girl. Shout out to my 182 subbies. I love each and every one of you. Mwah. Y'all know you're my precious babies and my baby boos. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. I'm your girl, Prush. This is the Precious Bee channel. Okay, and if you've been here before, what is it, baby boo? Shout out to you. Also, if you've been watching my content but have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? I'm pretty sure there's something here that you have seen, that you have liked. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, okay? And of course, don't forget to hit the notification bell button and make sure you put on all posts because, I don't upload every day, and if I do, it's because these are pre-recorded videos, okay? They will premiere live, but they are pre-recorded. And of course, don't forget to hit thumbs up, okay? That helps with other people finding me in the algorithm. It helps and recommends my videos to other people and be like, hey, so-and-so watched this, so you might like that, okay? Also, don't forget to check the description bar down below where you find all of my perfectly curated playlists. You will find in my video something don't fall, huh? We haven't had anything fall in a while, but today it was like let's fall. You will find my perfectly curated playlist of just my 2 cents, butcher ball hauls, reviews, and etc. Vlogmas, new hair, who this, what's your sin hauls, Bridgerton drag race, and I added a new playlist. You should see it by the time this video goes up. Black cinema, which will feature all of the black movies that I've reviewed thus far. Okay, if you simply just want to see what's going on, there you go. Okay. So yeah, y'all, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into this video. Oh, also, because this is, I want to say, my first video of the month, happy Pride. Or no, y'all should have a fragrance tray. There should be a fragrance tray up before this. I don't know if I said happy Pride, but happy Pride to all my fellow LGBTQ plus IA members. Mwah. Love is love. Love who you want to love, honey. Live your life in your truth. Okay, I love you. Okay, in the words of Mother RuPaul, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell you supposed to love somebody else? Okay. And if your family don't love you, boo-boo, you got a cousin, sister, friend, auntie, and me. Okay, all right. Mwah. Love you. So without further ado, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get into this video. So, to all of my lords, my ladies, my viscounts, my viscountess, my dukes, my duchesses, my barons, my countesses, my kings, my queens, and all my fellow ton members, come on in here and sit down, honey, because we got to talk about the trailer for part 2 to season 3. Yes, we do. And of course, y'all know I got my theories. Yes. So, every time they do this to me, every time I get ready to record my theories, here come Bridgerton with their bullshit, okay? So they went ahead Monday of me filming this video, dropped the trailer to part 2. We're literally a week away from part 2 to season 3, y'all. I literally today finished Romance and Mr. Bridgerton for the 5th time. So I've officially read Romance and Mr. Bridgerton 5 times since the announcement of the season, child. Y'all, I'm so glad I reread the book because it gives the season so much more context. Now, I just want to say, if you're somebody who has not read the book, you don't plan on reading the book until after the season is complete, but you are somebody who just feels like you don't understand, you don't get it, that's what I'm here for, friend. I did the one thing that you didn't want to do or refuse to do. I read the book, friend. And so we're going to go ahead and break down the differences between the show and the book and how they incorporated a lot of the stuff from this book over the course of the first 2 seasons. Okay? All right. So, but before we get into that tidbit, we got to get into the season thus far. Part 1. Okay, so after I got into the book, I realized that the first 4 episodes is the first 13 chapters of Romance and Mr. Bridgerton, okay? So, of course, they gave us the prologue of the book is, of course, the day Colin and Penelope met. We got the rundown of that in, what was it, episode 3? Was it episode 3? Well, Colin and Penelope, they down at the mart, they kicking it, okay? He reminiscing, okay? Oh, also happy Black Music History Month. Because y'all know I'm gonna bust out in the song in a minute, okay? All right. But we're gonna get into the things that I liked from the book that they gave us, the big moments from the book I liked versus what I didn't like. So, first and foremost, I should have went in order of how it happened, but I'm gonna go in order of how I feel. So, the kiss, okay? The book kiss versus the show kiss. For everybody who has not read the book, y'all was real mad at Penelope for asking that man for that kiss. Let me tell you something. If you read the book, you're gonna be extra hot for her, because in the book, sis was like down bad for asking for that kiss, because it was real random and just like, girl, why is you doing this? Penelope, stop. Versus in the show, like I said when I did my review for that episode, if you have not seen it, it is in the Bridgerton playlist, which is down below. It is season 3, part 1, review part 2. Okay, episodes 3 and 4. So, or no, episode 1, because the kiss happened in episode 2. So it's in actually season 3, review part 1, part 1. But anyway, so the way they did it in the show versus the book was beautiful. I have to say, the location of where the kiss took place in the show, everything. The lead up to the kiss, the scandal, within the context of her asking for the kiss and what she said, made so much more sense for the way it was done in the show versus the book. Because literally, in the book, her and Colin was sitting at the house. They was having a conversation about him thinking that Eloise was Lady Whistledown, and they was sitting there talking, and it got a little heated, and out of nowhere, she was like, Colin, can I ask you something? And he was like, yeah, what's up? And she was like, would you kiss me? And Colin was like, wait, what? So like, it was random and no. Versus in the show where she has a reason, and I explain this in my review, which you can find in the Bridgerton playlist down below, part 1, season 3, part 1 review. Okay, but yeah, it was done so beautifully, and the fact that they had the exact dialogue that led up to the kiss, chefs, listen. I think Jess Barnell, the showrunner, may have like written the script, and if she did, just let me tell you something, girl. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little hesitant that you was gonna fuck it up for it. I'm gonna just say it. I felt like you was gonna shit the bed for it. But after going back, after watching part 1 5 times, and then this being my 5th read of the book, yes, you did that. There's some things I didn't like, but the kiss, you did it justice, okay? As a book girly, you did the kiss justice, okay? So yes, I prefer the show kiss versus the book. Even though they added the conversation from the book, but I prefer the way it happened in the show, within the context, okay? The journal, okay? So, y'all know I'm in the Bridgerton group on Facebook, excuse me. And the girlies were not happy with the journal. So, this is where we're going to get back into season 2. So, y'all do know in season 2, Colin had just came back from Cyprus or Greece or wherever he had went to, child. And that's all he kept telling everybody about. Literally, when they were at Aubrey Hall, he was literally talking about it. When he went to go see Lady Crane and Sir Philip Crane, him and Philip was over there bonded over the fact both of them had been to Greece, and he had oiled his way right in there because it was an olive joke. Like, that's all Colin talked about, was being in Greece, Capri, Cyrus, or wherever he was at for him. So they handled that already by having it talked about in season 2. So there was no need for her to then find his journal and him talking about something he talked about a year earlier. Okay? He had to talked about something that just recently happened. He was in Paris, hunching all the Parisians. So he had to write about hunching Parisians. Okay? So, yeah. Now, as far as the journal, I don't like the scene in the show because the conversation Colin and Penelope had in the book was so much more better. It had more depth, if you will. So I prefer the journal from the book versus the show. So that's how I feel about that. I'm kind of like indifferent to what was in it, but I do prefer the way it was done in the book versus the show. Okay? The carriage. Okay, listen, this like the big three for real, for real. Okay? We're gonna get to the bigger moments when part 2 drops, okay? But for now we're gonna talk about the big three from part 1. Okay? And so the carriage, right? I have to honestly say that I do prefer, yeah, I prefer the way the carriage spiciness was done in the show, but I kind of prefer, in a way, the argument and the conversation they had in the carriage in the book. But that doesn't negate the fact that I knew, because I had my predictions up, that I knew that they were going to remix it to where he basically professed his feelings for her. And I'm not gonna lie, I do like the remix of it, but I do prefer like the intensity build up from the book, if that makes sense. Like I love the scene from the show, but I love the intensity from the book, and I felt like Colin and Penelope needed to have just a little more rah-rah in the carriage for me. Now don't get me wrong, it was spicy and it was everything, and I love the fact that it wasn't just them dry hunching like they was in the book. Because in the book, Colin and Penelope was dry hunching. Okay? It did. Listen, if you have not read the book, I'm sorry for it. But in the book, they was dry hunching. Okay? They was dry hunching. They wasn't doing nothing. They was dry hunching. So as far as like the spiciness of what went down in the show, tens across the board. The argument from the book, everything. Because Penelope stood her ground and she got that shit off her chest, if that makes sense. And I think that's why I prefer the argument from the book, but the spiciness of the show. And if they could have just married them, I think the carriage scene would have been like, but I guess you could say I'm like 50-50 when it comes to the carriage. Like, I prefer the way they do the spicy and the, yeah. So I'm like 50-50 when it comes to the carriage. But I prefer the journal scene from the book, the kiss from the show. The carriage, I'm 50-50. I'm half and half. So yeah. Just after going back and reading the book, and I realized them not adding Felicity made so much sense. Made so much sense. Because what was gonna be her purpose in season 1? Like, literally, what was gonna be Felicity's purpose in season 1? What was going to be her purpose in season 2? You know what I'm saying? Like, going back and reading, like, what was going to be her purpose? Because literally in the book, she's a background character who gets a few lines. Only, I think, in Colin and Penelope's book. I haven't read Anthony and Daphne's book. Y'all know I'm not going to read them because I seen the show. So, like, she just chilling in the background now. Like, she a background character. And I understand why they didn't add her. And yes, we all wanted that one scene. But after reading the book, even though that scene was hilarious and stuff, yeah. So she wasn't needed. Yeah, I am mad Lady Danbury and Penelope and Colin won't have their little budding friendship, But there's a theory why. So y'all know, spoiler alert for it if you ain't read the book. Colin and Penelope names their daughter Agatha. I have a theory that Colin and Penelope are going to have the first boy. And they're going to keep the Bridgerton tradition of naming their first child with the A. And the reason I say that is because what is Penelope's father's name? Archibald. They're going to name their son Archibald Bridgerton. Yep. Their son, Archibald Bridgerton, is going to become the new Lord Featherington. He's going to be the namesake for his grandfather. Yep. That's what's going to happen, friend. That is my theory. I don't know 100% if it's going to come true, but that is a theory that I have, and that's the reason why their daughter will not be named Agatha. She's going to be named, it's going to be a boy, not their, but their son. They're going to have a son. His name's going to be Archibald. He's going to be named after his grandfather, his maternal grandfather. So that's a theory that I have. So we'll spin a block and see if we right on that. But that is the theory I have why Lady Danbury will not be kicking it and being homies with Colin and Penelope this season, or as we can already see. The reason behind the Lady Whistle Down unmasking, right? So I wound up rewatching Queen Charlotte. I've only technically watched Queen Charlotte twice when it came out, and then I watched it no more because, child, looking at Lord Danbury and then the Queen and George, that was just too much for me. Okay, I only watched it twice, y'all. I'm gonna keep it about. So this is my third time watching it. And I don't remember if, but I think they did for the trailer for part 1. They showed us the Queen in her mourning clothes, the black. And if y'all remember, her granddaughter, the Princess Royal, had died. And it's a scene, I think I want to say in the first episode, where she's in the carriage in the funeral progression, following, the casket or whatever. And Lady Whistledown is talking cash shit about her. Cash money shit. I feel like that was the Queen's breaking point with Lady Whistledown. Talking all that shit. And she said, you know what, bitch? I'm sick of you. So I'm going to put a bounty on your head, ho. 5,000 pounds, bitch. Because I'm sick of you. So I believe that was the straw that broke the camel's back with the Queen, and why Lady Whistledown got a $5,000 pound put on her head. And I can see it because Penelope, she was getting too cocky with her shit. And it makes sense because she was engaged. Okay? She was that girl. She was feeling her cunt. Well, bitch, the Queen said, bitch, I got something for that ass. So yeah, I feel like that was the lead up to it, and hopefully they were able to really, truly, honestly incorporate that crossover from Queen Charlotte into season 3, because that would be chef kiss perfect. That we know that Queen Charlotte was in direct correlation to season 3. So yeah, that is a theory that I have. It don't mean it's right, but that's a theory that I have, y'all. The reason Eloise found out first in the show versus Colin is because of the second epilogue to Romance of Mr. Bridgerton, right? So I just actually finished it. Like I said at the beginning of this, I finished the book today. The first time I read this book, I didn't have the second epilogue in the book that I read. But then again, I got it from somewhere. That's neither here nor there. But I actually bought the book. And so I actually got to read the second epilogue. And reading the book like thoroughly, and how Eloise felt about Colin and Penelope's relationship and her friendship, and you know, the line in part one where she says, you know, she always thought her and Penelope would be spinsters together. And then at the end, in the second epilogue, spoiler alert, where she basically is upset with her friend for not telling her. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the way they handled what they did, now rereading the book, the way they handled making Eloise and Penelope fight was beautiful. Because imagine your best friend keeping this big ass secret from you and not telling you. And not only that, she then wrote your business down. Granted, yes, Penelope was in her misguided ways that I said in a post I had put on my Bridgerton group. It was misguided. The intentions were good, but it was misguided nonetheless. Yeah, you be mad. So I feel like what we're gonna see in part two is Eloise looking out for her brother like a sister is supposed to, but her truly honestly wanting her friend to finally be honest and upfront. Now, Eloise is not the first person to know she's Lady Whistledown. Madame Delacroix actually is. But amongst the main cast, yes, Eloise is the first to know. But Madame Delacroix is actually the first person to know that Penelope is Lady Whistledown. I was going to say Madame Whistledown. But yes, I do, after, you know, reading the book and everything like that, I do like the fact that Eloise found out first. And it's this drama. Because, let's be honest, we needed a little extra, a little spicy. And so I like it. And I like the way we got to see the build up in the trailer. We're going to talk about the trailer, okay? But it's some stuff I need to get through. So, well, this kind of goes along with the trailer. So, y'all know, if you read the book, you know that they got the argument in the carriage after he found out she was Lady Whistledown. And so, we do know, if you've seen the trailer, that he does basically find out that she's Whistledown. Because he's going to follow her ass to the print shop. I don't know if she got a new publisher, because Eloise knew where her last one was at. And so that's how we get to the whole church printer correspondence situation from the book, which I think would be perfect. And I think that's the reason we see the church now in part two. If you've seen the trailer, just know I didn't watch the trailer about a good 6-7 fucking times. Okay. Like I'm gonna be completely 100% honest with y'all. I was more excited watching part two's trailer than part one. Part two trailer had all the on it, okay? So yeah, but I do. A part of me is thinking, will we get a second carriage scene? But because I seen them kissing in the street, I don't think so. But a part of me kind of hopes we get a little extra spice. I don't know. Would they give us 2 carriage scenes? Maybe not. Who knows? What else? Oh, the mirror scene, and we're gonna spin the block on that. But just know I'm excited. Okay, we're gonna spin the block on that at the end. Deep down inside, I have a feeling that so a part of me wants season 4 to be Eloise's season, but after seeing the trailer for part 2, I do think season 4 might be Benedict. I think they might finally be giving us Benedict. But deep down inside, I wanted to go Eloise, Benedict, Francesca. Like, deep down inside, that's what I want. I want it to be Eloise, Benedict, Francesca. Like, I want Eloise to get her season next. Like, I deep down inside, I want season 4 to be Eloise's season. It's just because, you know, her book comes directly after, like, let's keep going out of order. Like, I like this. Let's continue this. But I don't know if they're going to do that or not. Because everybody keep making it seem like season 4 gonna be Benedict, and I don't like that. Like, let's get to Eloise's business. But yeah, y'all, that I low-key want season 4 to be Eloise. But I think Lord, this is a theory, this might sound big, but I think Lord Cap will go up out of here. And I feel like we gonna find out that Sophie is Cressida's half sister. Like, this is something I've been thinking about since I heard people say that Lady Calpa, Cressida's mama's first name is Aramina. I feel like that's Sophie Paul. Like, that's her daddy, y'all. I feel like Lord Calpa is Sophie daddy. Because, think about it. There was the part at the Innovations Ball where Lady Calpa said the daddy was literally trying to shortchange them on their allowance. In the book, you know, Armina basically was told by the dead Lord man, whatever Sophie daddy was, that in order for her to get £6,000, she had to continue to take care and care for Sophie. So that's kind of how, like, I got 2 plus 2. I might be jumping the gun and then added an extra 2 and got 10. But friend, I'm telling you, I feel like that's the way the storyline is heading, because we don't need to add no new people. I'm sick of all the new people. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. We don't need to get to know nobody. We already dislike Cressida and her mama. We already dislike them. Let us continue to hate them. I mean, yes, we have empathy for Cressida after figuring out that her mom and her paw is real raggedy. Okay, the New Orleans is coming out of me. But, like, we know her mama and daddy raggedy. Okay, we already don't like them. Okay, and we low-key don't like Cressida, but we have empathy for her. We sympathize with her situation. You know what I'm saying? She's a victim of her environment and her circumstance, like Penelope. Because this is why Cressida and Penelope can't get along. Both of them bitches are bitches who are victims of the fucked up people who raised them. So, because we're not going to negate the fact that Penelope is a mean ass heifer. Like, you cross her and bitch, you gonna get talked about down bad, real bad, and lady whistle down. Like, we not finna get, like, I love Penelope, but down. Y'all know I love me some Penelope, okay? But friend a little mean. We not finna sit here and act like friend ain't mean. Like, come on now. We not finna to do that. We gonna hold everybody accountable for their bullshit, okay? All right. But yeah, I think Sophie might be Cressida's half sister. Can we talk about the Innovations Ball real quick? How when Colin was talking to the new debutantes and they had asked him how he got the courage to run over there and get that ball, y'all know how I feel about the blue. But it was where, like, literally the noise was drowned out and Colin and Penelope was staring at each other. Cause she was standing in between, like, Lord Devlin was to her right, her left, and Colin was to her right, and like they was staring at each other. They had locked eyes, and it was real, like, they was here with it. And he basically said, you basically gotta gather the courage to say how you feel. And that was a call back to what Penelope had said at the ball at Daphne house when she said love must be declared loudly, reverently, or whatever fuck she said, but all them leaves on it. Like, that was a call back to that. And I was like, I live for calling the Penelope. Yeah, I really do. But I loved that. I loved everything about that, especially where they were staring each other down. I was like, ooh, they in love. They in love. I hate them, but they in love. Will we be getting a masquerade ball? Because I feel like that would be a perfect way to lead into Benedict's season, if he's supposed to be season 4. Is we end the season 3 with the masquerade ball, because y'all know, if you read the book, Violet throw a masquerade ball at Bridgerton's house before she leave, like her last hurrah, her grand exit. And I feel like that would be a perfect way to go into season 4. And Tom Verico, one of the executive producers, and I believe he was the showrunner for season 1 and 2, he basically low-key insinuated at the premiere event in New York that one of the balls he couldn't talk about, he directed, and I think it's at the end, and I got a feeling it's the masquerade ball. So, this is my theory. If the masquerade ball is in one of the last 2 episodes, bitch, season 4 is for Benedict. Season 4 for Oh my God. I just thought about it. What if the masquerade ball is how they announce Penelope Lady wrestle down? Bitch, we get a 2-for-1. Yes. Oh, we get a 2-for-1, y'all. We get a fucking 2-for-1. We get Sophie and Penelope announces she Lady wrestle down. Ooh, y'all. That's a big theory, and I kind of like it. What y'all think? What y'all think? Let me know in the comments down below. Y'all think that's gonna happen? I'm excited now. I'm be mad if I got myself excited for nothing. But nonetheless, y'all, like, what y'all think? I think that's gonna happen. What else? Oh, let's talk about some of the stuff from the trailer, okay? Because y'all know I made a collage for it. We got a collage, okay? Of course, the first picture y'all gonna see right here, which is the right. Yeah, on the right. So that's Colin showing Penelope the house where they're gonna live at in Bloomsbury, right? And if you zoom in, right, y'all see the thing in the back, the little chase lounge sofa situation. That's the furniture they broke. And y'all like, how do you know this? Both of them kept saying they broke a piece of furniture during an intimate scene. In the book, Colin and Penelope got semi-freaky on a sofa at Violet's house, right? They're not at Violet's house. They're at their new house. This is the scene with the mirror. They're going to have sex for the first time. Where they going to have sex at? On that chase. Right there. On that chase. We also have the mirror images. It's a few pictures down if you see it. So yeah, they first time they gonna hunch at their new apartment. They gonna christen, okay? They new a house apartment, and they gonna break the chase. Now, I feel like even though they told us they broke it, we not gonna actually get to see it in the show. But just knowing that this is potentially the furniture that they broke gives me some delight, okay? Like, I cannot wait for this scene, baby. They first time, and to be honest with you, I feel like their first time being at their new future home is so much more romantic than the way it happened in the book. But when we get to that part, we're going to talk about it. You know, the whole show versus book part 2 situation. We're going to get to it. Violet and Penelope. Let me tell you something. I cannot wait to see Violet loving on her second daughter-in-law. Technically supposed to be her third daughter-in-law, but whatever. I cannot wait to see Violet loving on her second daughter-in-law. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Because y'all see the way she love her some Kate. So, baby, I cannot wait for her to love on her some Penelope. I cannot wait. I live for all of it. If y'all seen the trailer, it's actually an extended version of the trailer I seen where Penelope and Violet hug. It was just everything. I was like, oh, she love her. Right here, this picture down here, Penelope. Let me tell you something. That dress is cute, and the picture I had got, like, the way I did this collage doesn't do justice. But baby, this picture is everything. She down there writing. We don't know what she writing, but that heifer is writing. Okay, she got that pen, that quill. She is. I don't know what she doing, but that heifer doing some shit in a bit. You know what? This probably when she wrote that shit about Queen Charlotte. This is when the beef, this when the shit got started. I bet any money, y'all. That's the theory I got. That this dress is the dress she used to ignite the big beef between her and Queen Charlotte. Right there. But yeah, this dress is everything. The mirror, like I talked about. So, for those of you who don't know, in the book, spoiler alert, right before they got spicy for the first time and hunched, Colin told her he wanted to play with her breasts in front of a mirror. Okay, I'm going to just give y'all the simple version. He wanted to jiggle her boobies in front of a mirror. And this was something he said he wanted to do but didn't get to do because they hunched and then he had to take her home. But now, because, you know, everybody's, you know, low-key little purrs, we don't get the actual real visualization of him getting frisky with her down there in the mirror. Now, I just hope they insert the lines that he said when they, had hunched it in for the first time. And because they're in the mirror, he gets to say the line while he's staring at her. Okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, friend, go read the book. If you read the book, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, when he said, he had imagined. Yeah, boom. Okay, this picture between Colin and Eloise. Now, I don't know what friend to say or what they talking about, but I feel like Colin and Eloise is, chit-chatting. He trying to figure out if his sister still mad with his future wife. And, she being vague about it without, like, telling Penelope business, low-key. But I feel like she trying to put a little bug in his ear. You know what I'm saying? Francesca and John, baby, let me tell you something. I heard that they had pulled Valida's ass up. But I don't think this is the scene. I think this is when they had told her they was getting married or whatever. But they could be cussing her out because I had heard that they had pulled Valid ass on up and was like, Miss Lady, hello. Bitch, Colin and Penelope ain't the only ones happily, blissfully in love, bitch. So, not that they called that lady a bitch, but you know what I'm saying. That's the vibe and the emotions of it all. But I'm excited. I'm going to be watching it. But yeah, y'all, that's kind of it. That's kind of all that I wanted to come and do. Give you guys my thoughts on part 1 versus the book. My theories that I have. And tell y'all about the pictures and how I feel about all of that. So yeah, y'all, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you never miss a video when I do upload. And don't forget to share my videos wherever, with whoever, so they know you're rocks with your girl. I love you. Bye.